Summer's almost here and we can't wait to not do anything. Schoolwork's kicking my ass, but I'll meet you by the tire swing. We'll laugh until the existential dread all goes away, and we've nothing left to do but drive around this town all day. We've barely got 3 traffic lights to regulate our roadways. We drive our cars to parking lots and think about the old days where no one really cared about much of anything at all. Writing people's names in hearts in pen on bathroom stalls. I wanna run with you. Show me who you really are tonight. Tell your mom you'll come home soon, we'll be back at first light. Show me all the places that you hide. Come on, Casey, and it's time for us to turn the tides. Summer's finally here and we are speeding down the bright lit streets, draining every second, making sure that we make history. Get inside my car, we'll drive across 3 different towns, looking for a place where the suburb blues can't bring us down. I wanna run with you. Show me who you really are tonight. Tell your mom you'll come home soon, we'll be back at first light. Show me all the places that you hide. Come on, Casey, and it's time for us to turn the tides. Not quite single stoplight, but we're pretty fucking close to it. The sweatshirt that you stole from me is too big by the looks of it, but I don't really care, 'cause how you wear it makes me smile. And I am quite content just looking up at ceiling tiles. No, we're not quite single stoplight, but if we were any other place, I'd know that you were lonely by the look that I'd see on your face. And we may say we hate it here, but this is all we know. And you may move down south, but you will always miss the snow. Show me who you really are tonight. Tell your mom you'll come home soon, we'll be back at first light. Show me all the places that you hide. Come on, Casey, and it's time for us to turn the tides. Oh.
Hello everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Conor Walsh, and this is Walsh Wednesday, and with me for another episode of the Walsh Wednesday concert series, I have singer-songwriter and friend Justin Matthews. Justin, thank you for coming on.
Of course, man. Thank you for having me.
Now, I absolutely love your music. We got to work together in the singer-songwriter ensemble here at the College of St. Rose. I was really impressed with your stuff then. I saw your performance at the Artist Management Showcase. Great stuff there, and I'm really happy to have you on to talk about it. So, could you tell our Walsh Wednesday audience how you got started with music, first of all?
Well, my family has always been super musical. Like, my parents actually met in their college choir, so it's kind of like in my blood almost. But
you gotta be kidding me. Well, that's fun. I might even keep that. You were saying?
I was saying, yeah. So yeah, and I've just always been super like into music. Like we have recordings somewhere of me at like age 4 singing along to like Chicago the musical.
Oh, nice.
My parents just loved that, and they still bring it up to this day. I think my sister has it on her phone.
Oh, nice.
And I was in band in elementary school, quit that after 1 year, but then I joined the choir, and I got more into like singing, and my music teacher was super like supportive and very like I don't know, just like really encouraged me to be like who I wanted to be, and like kind of helped me grow as a musician. And so when it came time for me to like buy my first guitar or like do all that stuff, it was just kind of like, oh, I want to do this, so let's give it a try, and then here I am.
Very nice. Now, when it comes to your writing style, what exactly inspires you? What kind of influences do you have that has you just come up with your material? Because you definitely have a very unique sound for yourself. Like you listen to a Justin Matthews song, like that, you can just tell like that's your style. That's your way about going with it.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I listen to a lot of music, and I just get like a whole bunch of just like different people, how they go about their process. That kind of influences how I create. And it's interesting what inspires me. So what inspired me most about my first album, The Suburb Blues, that was I wanted to write like kind of a love letter to the town that raised me, because growing up in such like a small town environment, it kind of helps you become like who you are. It's very like influential.
Very true.
And so that whole album was inspired by just like kind of a romanticized idea of living in a small town. But the album that I'm working on now is very inspired by like love and the idea of like being in a relationship, and just kind of, I guess, switching over from. And it's funny because at the I noticed this like earlier last semester. There's a lyric in this year, the first song in The Suburb Blues, that says, "I'm done writing songs about falling in love." And now almost the entirety of my second album is love songs.
You gotta love the irony of things sometimes.
So, I lied. But yeah. So it's been interesting.
Very good. So obviously, getting all that out there, which is good. For people who are unaware, Suburb Blues.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah. Where can people be able to find that?
So it's up on Bandcamp. It's up on most major streaming outlets: the iTunes, the Spotify's, the Google Plays, the whatever, Pandora. People use Pandora anymore?
Yes, actually. I don't, but I've talked to a couple people who have.
Look at that.
I was a little surprised myself. I was like, wow, middle school. Yeah. So you're talking about love, and obviously all stuff like this. Ever include anything about that embarrassing first date or anything like that? Has anything crazy or wacky like that ever get into one of your songs?
So there is a song on the next album about a first date, and it's not too embarrassing. It's just like that, like the idea of a first date. I don't know. This in itself is embarrassing. I don't really go on many first dates, so
it's all good.
It's like not much to draw from. Not much of a pool.
Well, hey, get the music out there. You
there
will be going on a bunch of maybe not a bunch of first dates, but at least get a first date going and see where that goes.
We'll see.
Hopefully for you. Now, you said you're working on a new album, so that kind of leads me on what I wanted to talk about. What kind of upcoming projects do you have?
So yeah, there's the second album that I'm working on is it's like entirely done mostly.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so I just gotta get cracking on like recording and just getting like arrangements fleshed out. And I'm also I've been kind of on and off working on a project with some of my friends back home, and we're kind of like trying to write music together, trying to see like what happens, and so hopefully this summer we can kind of crack down on that and really get stuff going, because I'm really excited about it. I love working with other people and kind of getting to share the songwriting process, because I feel like with my writing process a lot of times it's very like I just kind of will say one thing and then be like, okay, that's on the paper and it's there forever. But I don't get a lot of outside opinion on my lyrics and like how songs sound.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been interesting writing music with them to kind of see how like other perspectives can change how the sound shapes.
That's very fair. I like that. That's very good, and I'm very excited to hear about it. And last and final question:
Okay.
What is your favorite drink, a hot drink to get this time of year?
What is my favorite hot drink to get this time of year? I think 2 years ago I would have said hot chocolate, but then I started working at Dunkin' Donuts and I developed a caffeine addiction. And so I would probably say, like a latte.
Latte.
Love me a good latte right now.
Love me a latte. That's a song right there.
There
You're
you
working
go.
on that. Very nice, Justin. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank
I
you
really
for having me.
appreciate it.
I've been noticing a change. I've averted my eyes for far too long. You caused my heart to rearrange. Thought I knew myself, but then you proved me wrong. You proved me wrong. Surprised to see you standing there, staring back at me, your favorite sweater on. Lately I see you everywhere. Any doubts stuck in my mind are dead and gone. So carry on. But you don't know, 'cause I won't say how I feel, as if it matters anyway. So walk with me back home tonight, underneath the bright street lights. Make sure that I'm alright before you leave me all alone. You don't know, 'cause I won't say how I feel, 'cause it doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. My name's Conor Walsh,
I'm Justin Matthews.
and we're glad we got to
Spend some time.
Thanks again, guys.